Hello everybody, this is Sarastra Matthews and today we are going to see a program in which we will be using the AWT package in order to design a calculator. So first I have created my class, that is my ABC, extends Windows adapter and implements action listener. Now what is the use of this Windows adapter over here? Generally, if we do not use this Windows adapter, we will have to implement Windows Listener. Now, if we implement Windows Listener, we will have to override all the methods that are there in this particular interface, right? So, in order to avoid this particular thing, we extend from window adapter so that we don't need to override all the methods of the Windows Listener. Instead, we will override only the required methods of the Windows Listener. Okay, now first of all I am creating an object of frame as I have named it as F, then I have text area and I have an array of buttons. Okay, now coming on to my constructor, I give the name of the frame as calculator. I set the size to 300, 600. And then I say set visible true, add window listener, set layout, new grid layout. Now this specifies that the number of rows and this specifies the number of columns. This means that you can have any number of rows and 4 columns. Okay. Now I have to initialize my buttons, right? So I have created an array of size 15. Now in this loop I say it is running from 0 to b.length. Okay. Now inside this I initialize the b of I and I add this button to the frame and add action listener to each of these buttons. That means I add a button, I add 15 buttons to the frame. Now on my frame I'll be having 15 buttons. Now why do you add action listener? Action listener is added in order to receive intimation whenever a particular button is clicked or to perform some action whenever a particular button is clicked. Okay, so I have added action listener to the buttons and then I have given the labels as 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 and then your operators, that is plus, minus, multiply, divide and equals. Okay. Now I have a text area which is equal to new, text area equal to new text area. I have added this text area to the frame and I have set the background color to yellow. Now, why do I need a text area? Why is it required is that if I press the number 1 and I need to know that this is pressed, right? So whenever I press the button 1, it has to show that button 1 is pressed. So it will be displayed in the text area. 1. If I press plus, then plus will be displayed in the text area. So you require a text area over here. Now the most important thing is window closing. Now this takes a variable of window event, that is E, and I say system.exit. Now why is this required? Whenever a window is created, if I have to close this particular function is called. So I say system.exit. Now in action performed, I say string s is equal to e.getAction command. Now this particular function, that is my getAction command, returns me the label of whatever button is pressed on the screen. So if I press 1, this will return me the label 1. Okay. Then I say text area dot append and s. Whatever button I am pressing, the label is returned and that label I am putting it onto the text area. And then what I do is I say if s.length is equal to 3. Okay, now in the calculator you can perform lengthy kind of operations as well. I have taken over here just like it takes 3 inputs, suppose say 1 plus 2. So you have 3 inputs over here. So I've just done up to that limit. So I say s.length equal to 3 until and unless the length of whatever input you're getting is equal to 3. Then you come on to this particular if block. You say char ch is equal to s.to character array. Whatever value is there in that particular text area, I am converting that into a character array. Then I say num1 is equal to character.get numerical value ch at 0. Now whatever is there in the first position, I retrieve that and I convert it into its numerical value. So you can identify over here this character is a wrapper class. Okay. Now why 0 and why 2 over here? Because it's in this operation you will only have 3 places, right? So if I say 1 plus 2, 1 comes at the 0th position and 2 comes at the 2nd position. So I have taken these two values, converted them into its numerical value, and I have given it into integers. And then the ch at 1 is stored into a character operation. Now character variable, sorry. Okay, after that what I do is I check if it is a plus, then I add it and save the result into n. Subtraction, multiplication and division, all these 4 operations are performed. Next what I do is this whatever result is there, I have to put it into the text area. So whatever text is there in the text area, that has to be replaced and that has to be kind of overwritten, and this particular value has to be printed over there. So what I do is this particular value is an integer, so I convert it into a string by calling toString method. So I say double.toString and then text area dot set text, okay, and this value is passed into this particular function. Now in this main class I say I create an object of the previous class and I allocate the space for this. Okay, now we'll run it and see. Okay, this is my calculator. I've set the size as well. I say 5 plus 5 and here I get the value 10. Okay, I hope you understood this. Thank you.